comme relief package ñu ñëpp a gisandoor fii understand nga government ban step la jël pour at least assist nit ñi ñoo xam ne ñooy jaay si marché yi nga ne leen toog leen kër ban step la jël rural community yi tey 6 of the 7 regions in the Gambia at least 4 of the regions 7 regions ñu ngi am relief package 3 package lañu am naana package bi mu ngi fa EU package bi mu ngi fa ak package government bi ñu ngi round through this household over 84,000 household ñoo xam ne dina leen jox every month dara boo xam ne dinañu mën a dundal seen lii yëpp mu ngi ci soo ñëwee si business sector ñoom tamit seen package bi mu ngi ñëw business sector boo xam ne government daf leen ko amel pour at least ñëw dimbale leen ko pour ñu mën a at least try to strive from their slumber loolu yëpp something la boo xam ne government bi mu ngi ko plan so pour wax ne government amul li te economic recovery bi da nga gis ne GRA bi dafa waive tax dafa joxe plan pour business sector annonce nañ ko last week boo xam ne koo xam ne yow mënuloo fay duñ la xatal soo leeta fay tamit duñ la jox penalty understand nga loo xam ne da nga daan fay dañu naan reduce nañ 20%.
waaw because si economic impact bi tam bëgg naa ñu ñëw si waaye dafa mel ni su nekkee mën nga ko waaw nga tontu ko
am lu ma bëgg a wax esa nañ bàyyi yëfi naxaate government amul leen benn package pour rural Gambia bu leen dee use loolu for government xam nga lu nekka su World Bank ak EU di defar dara Gambia as a grant and aid to help the most vulnerable families bu ko government bi jël di bugg a score points.
you think loolu la gars
waaw because fii def fi wax mu ne naana package déglu ma mu ne naana package EU package ak government package government amul package government xam nga lan lañ def subvent tuuti 31 million US dollar la project bi worth the government spent only $1 million that's $50 million. How can you say that is your project? That is a World Bank NANA project. That is why NANA is coordinating that for vulnerable households. They're giving them 3,000. I'm telling you this because he brought it up. I will not even have discussed it because the NPP, pro-Barrow, they are going around. Wait, this is special statement, but why I'm saying this, they are interrelated. I don't mean we talk about politics today. We talk about the nation's address. But how bad it is that something that belongs to the poor people, courtesy of world organizations, that gave the Gambian people that token to relieve the burden of COVID-19 should not be used political gain, should not be used for that. The government of the Gambia, I'm on record, paid $1 million US to that campaign. 30 million US dollar come from donors, the World Bank and EU. So how can the government say that is their project? When they took the relief money from the budget and they started cutting from transport belonging to different departments, did anybody say it's not government that did it? Well, it is from our national budget. But claiming that this is the government project is wrong. People do not mislead people. And packages. Let's talk about packages here that he said.
No, before we talk about packages.
The hospital, he has not answered my question.
Well,
because what is in here, I think Mr. Damfa is more president today than Barrow. Wait.
Well, no, what I want.
Wait. Wait, I will come to that.
No, because Buguma you gain as
we will not get out of the confinement.
Yeah, I would just like for us.
I said we're not going to politics. We are not here for politics. We are here for the state of the nation address. Yes, we are politicians, but state of the nation address. I think he is speaking more president than his president. Because what he is saying here, I have not heard in this speech. I've read it. It's in my mobile right now. I've perused through it. I've gone past it again and again. But there was no statement like that. You know, we are into this. He said, according to him in this speech, that GDP coming from 6% as projected, the estimates will up to 2%. But what is the government doing to make sure that the GDP moves from 2% to 6%? That is what I've not heard. And he said, yes, the responsiveness of the medical sector when it comes to COVID-19 is a non-starter. My brother, when we were starting, we had a free toll number. There was a time when you called that 1025 free toll for COVID, they will tell you we don't have a vehicle or we are not equipped enough to come for that COVID-19 patient. And it is all within the frame of work of this responsiveness towards COVID-19. So let's talk about that. Let me tell you, Medicare is expensive. He said it, I'm going to make reference to what he said. Obamacare was there for the less privileged. Do we have borough care in this country? We don't even have government care, let alone borough care. We don't have. Obamacare was for the less privileged. Now, even you are privileged enough, you can be able to procure certain things. When you go to the hospital, you can have everything there that runs out in a hospital except the lifeline of every human being, that is blood bag. Ablai, you are not hearing me.
I hear that.
Even today, I have a patient at the hospital. I want to donate blood. We are in the same blood group after checks and tests that have been done to confirm that whether I can transfuse and give him blood. There will be no bag available for the blood. That is how deplorable and bad the situation of our health sector is. This is not an allegation, my brother. We are past that stage. This is what I face with a family member less than a week. He is still admitted at the RVTH. We have to go to Malak Chemist to purchase blood bags so that somebody can donate blood and it will be transfused to that patient. Is that not pathetic in 21st century Gambia, in this new Gambia that we call our nation?
Okay, talking about
Gambia, our homeland.
Talking about health and preventive measures, because dama bëgg tamit ñu dellu si waat ba léegi si State of the Nation address président bi yéen ñëpp si raat ngeen speech bi I'm assuming.
No, you've cut me because we've in the packages.
No,
I'm saying here
because
I have a breakdown.
I want
to read out.
Yes, I want us to.
After we will say whether that one also is true or not.
No, I'm not. He
said.
Yes,
Yes, I would ask him whether this one also is true.
Okay. What I would like is to proceed because we have other areas that I would like for us to treat before we get out of time. Gis nañ président bi mu ngi joxe speech bi wala bu non commencé joxe speech bi soloton masque. Be am na National Assembly member bu jël mic bi mu wax secretary bi au clerk bi pour mu wax président bi mu sol masque te gis nañ ne président bi bu loolu amee tamit soloton masque bi su nekkee ne suma technicien bi dina ma mën a dimbale pour ñu playal ma vidéo bi pour ñu gis yëf yi naka la xewee su paree ñu continuer waaw dañ maa dimbale si télé bi because télé bi fu mu nekk nii mu ngi lifin den dinañ continuer waaw su dinañ seetaan vidéo bi su paree ñu dellu si waat
Télé bi.
Yes. Can you ask the president to put on the face mask, since it's the rules of the parliament?
ñoo ko gisandoor dafa mel ni loolu moo fa xew am na président bi bu mu doon joxe speech am bi dafa mel ni dafa ignore kooku noonu te si biir speech bi si boppam sax mu ngi wax ne nañ bàyyi xel bu baax a baax guidelines yàlla World Health Organization joxe ak Ministry of Health. Why do you think the president did this deliberately, according to some people?
You know, I cannot speak his mind. I even not follow the proceeding. I did not follow the proceeding. I cannot say nothing about that. But all what I know is like, according to WHO guidelines, distancing. If you are 2 meters away or 1 meter something away from an individual, you cannot transmit the disease to him, even though if you don't solve mask. That is empirical fact.
Yeah, but the
parliamentarian
said.
What I'm saying, I'm not disputing.
Okay.
But you know, you're not arguing this point.
I will rephrase.
Don't rephrase. I understand.
Because
let me just help you.
You didn't watch it. I don't want you to get me wrong. What I am trying to say
let me help you.
The parliamentarian said that is the protocol, the procedure of the parliament.
Good.
To make it correct.
I don't deny.
Yes.
You know, you want to speak my mind. I said I cannot say nothing about that thing. Either the president did it deliver or something else. But all what I know, what I heard from the experts, that's what I'm narrating here. That if you are 1 meter away or so, you cannot transmit this to somebody, even though you don't put on mask.
It's advised that you put on mask.
But you don't.
I told you people to put on mask right now. You don't.
Abdullah, you asked us to put it, but I put it off. Now, he put it off.
Yes.
And nobody can imprison us. You cannot crucify us for that.
Why?
Because we already have a guideline.
By
the WHO.
By the Ministry of Health.
And the WHO, yes.
By the Minister of
Minister
Health.
of Health, yes. They say when you are in public and you are interacting with public closely, put on mask.
So what if that is the protocol that is set forward by the parliament?
Yes.
The parliamentarian said it that this is the protocol, this is the procedure
Yeah.
within the confinement of the parliament, that whoever enters the parliament
Yes.
should wear a mask.
Yes.
That is what the National Assembly member said.
Yes.
And the president heard but ignored and continued his
So you
speech.
want me to speak his mind?
I'm not.
Maybe the president
No, no.
ignored the speak because he knows that he can speak and he have 1 meter or 2 meter away from him.
So he's breaking the protocol?
The protocol, is it the law? Is it the law?
It's a protocol.
It's in the
a
standing
protocol.
order? It's in the standing order of the parliament?
It is a
No,
protocol.
no,
According to the
there is something.
parliamentarian.
Let me tell you one thing.
No, Mr.
Look,
Rafa.
let me tell you, we will spend, all our time here.
I am just
All what you want to learn, I will never learn there.
No, no.
So,
Wait,
so
listen.
make sure you
Okay, can I-
you save your time.
No, no, Mr. Rafa.
No, I cannot listen. What I want to say, if it is in the standing order, let him call from the standing order. Then I will agree. But this is a guideline from WHO. There's a two-face here. When I am closer to you, let me put on mask. But if I'm having distance from you, I can refrain from putting on mask.
Okay.
And I can be crucified for that. So you cannot know either the president did understand this chapter and omit this chapter, or you want him to close the two together. Okay. He said, no, I can put on one.
Okay.
I can distance myself from him. Then I cannot transmit. I cannot put on mask. He can do that.
What I'm trying to say.
But you cannot say.
No. I want you to understand. I am not in no position to judge.
I cannot
Listen,
understand.
No.
If it is in standing order, I will understand.
Mr. Ramfa.
He defied the oath because it's in the standing order.
Mr. Ramfa.
But it's not in the standing order.
Mr. Ramfa.
Yes.
I am not judging.
You are judging.
No, I'm not judging.
I said I cannot speak. I cannot speak on his mind.
Okay.
I cannot say the president did it in this, but I know that it's in two folders.
Okay. Is it expected of a president
Why not?
to break rules set by the parliament?
Can you quote it?
It's just a question.
Can you quote the standing order?
It is just a question.
Rules means something agreed and it's in the logbook. It's
just
codified in the logbook.
A question.
But something that is guideline is even beyond you.
So you
it's not proposed by the National Assembly.
So
it is the guideline that was kept, they are through the health experts. And the same health are the one advising the president. They are the same health experts.
I am asking you a question. Are you?
I said I cannot read his mind.
Okay.
But I know it's in twofold. You can put on mask. You can refrain from putting on mask. Why? Because I am having distance from you. Because it's in twofold. WHO yesterday, if you are closely interacting with people or you don't have a close proximity with somebody, put on mask. You don't know either he can transmit or you can transmit to him.
Mr. Koma,
so that's it.
Are you in support of what the president did?
I'm not in support of what he did. In as much as we are here in the studio, our capacity and our position is different from that of the president. The president is the president of the country. All the guidelines they've been talking about is not from God, it's man-made. The Ministry of Health Public Emergency Act, Public Health Emergency Act, came from the Ministry of Health under the purview of the cabinet, and the cabinet is under the purview of the CEO of the country, that is the president. And they are the people who gave that the guideline. When you go to the market, even you are not interacting with the whole market, the moment you step in the market, you see police officers trying to tell you to conform with the guideline and put on the mask, compel you to put on the mask. You are in the car, they will ask you, put on the mask. You are on the streets, even you are not even in the midst of a crowd, they will tell you, put on the mask. So if that is the norm, I'm not saying it's law. If that is the norm in the National Assembly, and to be candid, the president was the oldest person in the auditorium because he is the only one without the mask.
And
there.
Mr. Damfa is
no, I'm not saying what he did is a crime. But I said, as a president, you should lead by example. We don't expect that. If he is reminded, I hoped if it was me, I would have conformed. Because I was reminded by a lawmaker who was there, and in the National Assembly you had, there was a time there were rumors that people there were COVID-19 positive. Yes, National Assembly members, and even the speaker was rumored to have COVID-19. And he was close to the speaker. They are 1-2 meters apart, but he is close. So if that is the norm at the National Assembly, the president gets in, I think he should lead by example and people should follow. But if he does that, what about if I do it on the streets? Who will tell me not to do it? If you tell me, I'll tell you, President did it and the State of the Nation address to the country. So those are things that we should be very careful of. We're not saying, like he said, they are in two folders, but those guidelines are given by the government. Government of the people, by the people, for the people. Who is the government and the head of the government is His Excellency Adama Barrow. So we expect him to conform. If he is reminded by a lawmaker, he should just pick up his mask and do what is obliged and expected of him in the parliament. Okay. But it should not be even something that they should be pushing and pulling. And you know, it is very, you can see everybody here is putting on mask. So the president should at least conform with that, because it's a guideline given by his government, by his ministry, by his minister.
On this issue, we have a caller. Nañ jël caller bi buga deliberate si luñ nekk di waxtaani right now. Hello caller.
Yes, hello.
Waa ñu laa dégg tur bi fay caller please.
Waa man la Dr. Mohamed maa ngi caller Fajara. Yaa ngi caller Fajara, okay. Waa Mr. Danfa lu nekk di wax loolu mooy dégg bi, because as the National Assembly bi.
Yeah.
Waa MP bu reason de lipi bo no order bo premier president mu max bi. So man dama jël bo no it's just like his lack of understanding. Because nit du mëna ñëw nga wax more than 1 hour so nga wear mask. So it's very dangerous for the health. So loolu warta am. So Gambia dañu wara understand it's a democracy. Waaye gis nga moom ci boppam bu raise topic bi. Kii speaker bi paalewu ko sax. So you cannot wear a mask more than 30 minutes you are talking. It's not safe for your health.
Jërëjëf. Thank you.
Okay, jërëjëf.
Dafa mel ni moom sa wax bi la nekk di gën a dëgëral. Dinañ move on, dinañ continuer bi léegi tamit because si speech am bi wax na bu gaay ñëwee in power, bu government bi ñëwee in power, seen priority bokkoon na si international community bi. Ñu defaraat seen diggante ak international community bi ba pare tamit si speech am bi bu mu doon ñëw daaneel wax na affaire nit yoo xamante ne nii comme góor ak góor ñu sëy wala jigéen ak jigéen ñu sëy boobu tamit laal na ko ñu bëri ñu ngi wax ne président bi comme dafa nekkul di fësal position yi government am bi parce que naka la ko waxee mu ne government bi ak international partners yi ñoom dafa mel ni it's based on mutual respect waaye foofu la si am dafa mel ni continué wut lan mooy sa jàngat si point boobu tamit because create na fi controversy.
xam nga.
waaw mun naa ñu jël vidéo bi su paree ñu dimbale ñu technicien bi demal ñu vidéo bi su paree ñu continuer si programme bi.
I would like to draw the curtain on recent debates about the rights of people with different sexual orientations. Let me emphasize that our partnership with our development partners is based purely on mutual respect for the advancement of our people.
Dégando.
Abdoulaye li ma wax mooy ne xam nga comme li ma wax dañu war a am direction. Doono organizations yi abroad suñu bëggee dimbale there are certain things ñun wax na ne mutual respect luy mutual respect mooy ne man li ma xam ak lu bokk si suma dunda nga accept loolu su nekkee sax danga ma bëgg a dimbale waaye bëgg maa dimbale under a pretext of ne danga maa impose dara mel ni géey loolu amu fi loolu ñun duñ ko fi nangu li ma laa wax ne démocratie am na kenn mun naa am freedom of affiliation, freedom of affection, and freedom of speech or whatever. But there is no total 100% freedom. Understand? So you say, my wahlulu, there are basic and fundamental rights. Those basic and fundamental rights are there with nobody is wanting to interfere with that. Why when it comes to Gambia, it's predominantly Muslim and Christian. Then you scripture, they are against gay and gay system. Marriage is gay. Ñun Christian ak jullit xamuñ loolu. Fii si suñu statistics yi waxuma ne amuñ de waaye duñ dee record kenn under yeneen religion lu dul Christianity ak Muslim. So dama laa wax ne ñun fii si suñu society bi the government should be clear on this.
Because pijam bi ñu bëri ñu ngi
wax ne
clear.
It is vague.
Amul jubluwaay.
It is vague. On that issue, it is vague. Loolu tam ma ne la mutual respect bi su waree daw rek ñun suñ government bi toolu wuñ foofu Macky Sall loolu la wax gaay ñun Sénégal dañ fa toolu wu sa yëfi géey ak yi toolu wuñ fa suñ fa toolo ngeen xam ne ñun lu waa dëkk bi bugga su waa dëkk bi fii luñ wax mooy ne bugguñ géey jullit yi wax nañ ko christian yi wax nañ ko ñun bugguñ yëfi géey fii te wii suñ buggee dem si kanam rek waruñoo kondoon loolu bokk na si loo xam ne président bi daf ko war a leeral. Understand? Because man, they are clear-cut issues that you should say straightforward and talk straight to people and even the donor agencies. sooy def mutual bilateral al multilateral relationship ak nit da nga ko war a wax yow yaay kan lan moo nekk sa fabrique lan moo nekk sa culture because yow doomi aadama yi nga gis what defines them is their culture, their origin and the way they live. The Gambian culture, the Gambian religion, and the Gambian way of living is giving no room to gays and lesbians. In this country, we don't know that. In our religion, it is not even accepted. It's not a norm. So I don't even think it is even necessary for people to be talking about it, especially the government. When they want to address that, they should address that with their partners when they are discussing. It's a very sensitive issue, religion.
ma jégalu tamit xalaatam because comme noo ko déggee ni ko play nii ñu bëri ñu ngay wax ne comme wanewut a clear direction of his government with regards to people with different sexual orientations waa government position bi la moo si nekk sa jàngat.
xam nga nit ñi foog man lu ma jaale mooy ndax dañ dee fàtteloo seen boppa because affaire yi gay government president Adam Barrow waxaat ko even in the human rights report of 2018 time boo xam ne Gambia bi dañ yóbbu seen human rights record to Netherlands present ko to the whole dono against ñu ngi fa seen délégation si wax nañ ko bind na te amul si wax bi dañ ko bind we are not in any way ready to decriminalize same-sex marriage. It's still criminal offense in our country. Ku ko def da nga face full force of the law. Loolu lañ ko yónnee jox leen ko copie bi am nañ ko tey su atoon European Union seen ambassadeur am interview fii mu junj ci mu wax ci nit ñi yeneen activités yi commencé dañ ko def as something big. He is not making it as a condition or a policy. Kii ñëwaat na. bisam ambassadeur ñëwaat na wax ne.
bala ma ñu jël call bi su paree ma bala nga continuer. hello call asalaamaaleykum.
hello.
waaw bismillah foo ñoo callee ak tur bi.
anyway bëgguma mention suma tur nag waaye comme like dama am suggestion bu ma bëgg a joxe.
ok.
hello.
waaw ñu laa dégg go on with the suggestion.
Okay, it's concerning about the lockdowns.
Now?
Concerning about the lockdowns.
The lockdown, yes.
Because, anyway, but nga fo ni man ka kawala because ndega wala moy baake no.
Ñun nekku di la dégg bu baax de su nekkee ne technicien si isa fo no ni man di ka kawala but we are struggling to hear.
Okay. Isa fo no man di ka kawala la. Hello?
Yes, isa fo no ni man di ka kawala bro.
Okay, nte lafta men fo dal comme ça ndol mo businessman wol leti mais alon ko aton di fambe Gambia jang. So the lockdown on yen kabira na ta to different dollar business all the surrounding the things around kabira ta for March up to now until the surrounding the mantle bulanga yele. And then aketa kulete me alon ko ayentol batandi bakele no. So lafta wala contribution o di la pour ka aidan datul pananda o nyama maybe for nata ningal panan be la moy kan maybe for ma ko no ba malo comme like jimo le bentol bon mu jim tiol
okay
jim tiol le mun doldi ya understand so na business all the surrounding the bring for around March up to now mantra yele so ndol nga jele ko ato ne fam business ko tangal be le linne ko rendol soron na sa mang ala pour nga yele you understand? Post of state of emergency follow na la post 45 days on na nga maintain. Then second one over na nga maintain. So up to now understand na business all the close ring mayele no understand. Anong tol mo mo le ben yalong ko mantra fahol la dalto be luasol la dalto
Okay.
So na correlative right now na landlord sol yembatan di pakele na wasol ni na fehol. You understand? Still I mean even ikanginen kala luasol la le you understand. So na modul ko be jesa ente ko ila landlord so je notice o dila la pour yefindi la dalto.
Thank you. Mari abaraka bake pour curfew bi legi mën nañu wone ne gaay comme stop na.
Fekkee curfew bi la pour market ko any other business ñu ne legi effect from 12 o'clock this night dañ ko stop. Waaye yeneen restriction tan am na comme border close aussi fekkee yow sa business bi fo nga jël ko fii dem yóbbu ko beneen réew mi.
dina ñëw si boobu noonu.
loolu
waaw dina ñëw si boobu laanal si bi waaw dina ñëw si boobu noonu.
ok
waaw yaa ngi doon wax point bu am solo.
ok man ngi wax si affaire yi géej bi. government jël nañ ko teg nañ ko boobu because it's non-starter.
waaye
it's not an issue.
waaw si statement bi kañ foog loon.
statement xam nga gis nga président naka la ko waxee.
waaw
gis nga naka la ko waxee.
ñu bëri ñu ngay wax ne it's ambiguous.
no
nekkul wanewut a clear direction of his government.
mu ne our relation with international partners or donor partners it is based on mutual interest. mutual interest loolu moo jeexal wax bi kii wax na ko fii ñawru leer na because leeral na wax bi mu ne yow da nga bëgg a dimbal da nga bëgg a ñëw suma kër nga dimbale léegi problème bu ma am mënuma koo saafara nga dimbal ma ci du loolu boo xam ne boobu is not a problem for me nga bàyyi ko waaye nga doon see ok naa la dimbala lii waaye yow tamit da nga maa defal lii loolu du mutual interest. Understand nga if you want to help me based on what I want so affaire gay is a non-starter loolu jarul saa nit ñi wees seen énergie because ba tey loi bi dañ ko repeat gis nañ ne over 18 bill ñooy ñëw si parlement 18 bill ñoo xam ne dañ ko prépare pour ñëw waaye bokk ci affaire gay.
So if I understand you correctly,
better is a criminal offense.
Well, can I understand you are satisfied? Well, you are satisfied with how with the statement.
It's not even important. Me, I don't take it as something we should even waste our time.
Well, why you satisfied with naka la ko waxe?
I am satisfied because mu ngi wax ne comme nit ñi xam ne gars yi duñ impose anything on us boo xam ne ñun bëgguñu so affaire gay nañ ko teg fale duñ ko def fii duñ ko fii tey duñ ko def fii ëllëg loolu du am.
du am at least boobu noonu yéen d'accord ngeen si yéen ñaar. ok nañ jël call bi su paree ñëw dugal si suñ beneen point bi hello call asalaamaaleykum.
waaleykum salaam.
ñu ngi laa nuyu bu baax a baax fay callee ak tur bi.
maa ngi callee Farafeñe ñu ngi lay Babou.
yaa ngi callee Farafeñe.
waaw.
waaw ok bismillah.
seen programme bi rafetlu trop.
jërëjëf.
am na solo trop.
thank you.
Gambie bi ñun ñoo ko bokk. te pandémique bi moom àdduna bi yëpp la jaxase. waaye xam nga man lu ma gis ci affaire yi daal mooy nit lépp loo def xel dafa am solo trop.
lan.
ma ne nit lépp looy def lépp looy def xel na comme ça nga use sa xel use sa expérience daf si am solo. dañu war a déglu seen spécialiste yi déglu seen health workers yi déglu jël advice from dem. waaye as a country soo demee ba rey sa économie deseetuloo dara. because tey soo déggee your health is strong your defense is strong your health is strong so sa économie moo strong. waaye ñun Gambia fu mu toll nii right now especially ñun si rural Gambia àll bi ñun luuma yi is there very detrimental to us ñun. suñ bay bi lu ñooy bay suñ meer yi suñ paay yëpp suñ am yëpp lu may leen ko dem taay yi
waaw jërëjëf jégal ma si dog bi dafa mel ni waxtu bi daf ñu xala jàmm moo tax pour ñu may tamit ñeneen ñu bëgg a bokk si programme because time bi dana ko lu si des tuuti la nañ ñëw tamit si no government bi waxee ne comme restrictions yéena yi mooy curfew bi gars yi léegi bàyyi nañ ko comme nit yi mën nañoo dox di defatoo seen liggéey waaw corona bi tamit soo seetee ci biir réew mi ñu bëri ñu ngi wax ne corona bi ak nguur bi président bi si waxam bi dafa mel ni joxut covid bi ciram comme nu mu ko waxee soo seetee si économie bi mu ne covid bi soo seetee ministry of youth and sport si statement bi laal na fa covid bi soo seetee tamit tourism industry bi arts boobu tamit laal na fa corona mel ni si point si la laal yëpp xaal na si jox corona blame waaw ñu bëri ñu ngay wax ne dafa mel ni dafa nekk di jël excuse pour jël corona bi laaxu si gannaaw corona bi mel ni ñu bëri sax ñu ne wane lii this is a corona address basically waaw yaa ngi ree de
waaw corona moo xew si jamono bi loolu moo damay wax because nekkul ne man dama dee seetaan many addresses many speech of the world leaders koo gis rek everywhere in the world now one or two statement mu teg ci pandemic anywhere in this world because xam nga dafa ñaari fan la laal nit ñi seen koom-koom ak bakken ñoo yor àdduna koom-koom ak bakken la yor la laal loolu moo tax is very serious kenn caaxaanut ñoo xam ne sax dañ ko they were not taking it seriously but mujjantal bi la leen def so Covid bi all activities boo xam ne government def ko plan from 2020 to 2021 activities boo xam ne dañ ko plan depuis last year Covid bi def almost 75% yaa na ko.
ma break la foofu noonu ma ñëw ndax kii lu mu nekk di wax ne is it justifiable because am na projects yoo xam ne ñu ngi waroon a proceed waaye because of corona according to guy ñu ne corona bi moo tax mu stop ndax it's justifiable.
ma ne loolu xam nga dafa am yoo xam ne you can relate it to corona am na yoo xam ne amuñoo corona dara corona sax su amoon jom time bi war naa dem bi ko maasi baro yi corona lañ bugg a def comme yoon pour escape lu ñu war a def naa la wax leen corona daf ñu fekk xam nga corona dañu war a understand dara léegi corona is like cancer it's like HIV it's like any other ailment that we expect because they are saying projected what they've projected is corona is not going anywhere mu ngi ay ñun fii loo xam ne demut fen mu ngi ay ñun fii dañ war a start di mun a diversify ways yoo xam ne pour dëkka moom like threshold like HIV loolu tax ma ne la in the president's address wax na dëgga world leaders yi moo wax ni yëpp suñu waxee COVID-19 they have a policy they have a plan coming out of economic recession ñu ngi wax the crippling economy the Gambia is going to have a problem if the government don't have a plan economy bu ñoo wax ni tourism ecotourism and tourism contributes to 20% of the general GDP and the related businesses that are relating to tourism is suffering. Somebody who called before is having an inn. It's just like a bar or a restaurant. Now you ask them to close for 6 months or 7 months. They are supposed to pay rent. Normally these inns and this bars and this restaurant, they're having casinos around Senegambia area. The rent is very costly there. They normally don't own compounds. They rent it or lease it for a period of time. And the landlords and the owners of those particular properties will not relent in collecting rent. What is government doing? Giving those people $50, is it going to go a long way in alleviating or solving their problem?
Are you suggesting the government
should do, I think.
Are you thinking?
You have this COVID fund. You have a target area. People who you call non-essential businesses. It might not be essential to you, but if people's survival and their livelihood depends on that particular business, every business becomes essential. Now, he has said, this recent one, they've removed all the restrictions on certain, they've eased it and relaxed it on curfew, on the markets and so forth and stuff.
But not bars.
But not these inns. They are still locked. So they should look back at those people who are having business. They are Gambians too. They are part of the economy. They are part of the package.
And the tourism season is about to open.
It's about to open and they are not open. Now, what is going to happen? The tourists, they've said they've even opened it. But what is happening if you open the tourists, the restaurants are closed and the inns? Why are those businesses going to generate the much and foreign exchange that they will always have from the tourists? Not only the hotel bookings. So you want to confine them to hotel bookings only and the beaches? That is not tourism, it's not ecotourism. That is only doing good for main hotels. Even because these other hotels outside will not even get some customer because main hotel, 5-star, 4-star, they will get bookings. But what about the other hotels? Self-catering apartments, inns, lodges, and motels.
Okay.
This is something that should concern everybody. I said here, and I will repeat again, Gambia, post-COVID-19, we should have a very robust, very direct, feasible, and realistic plan of getting out of this recession. It is not only mere talk, white paper thing, that we want to do this, we want to do this, we've done this. We've not had what we want to do. I said in the entire speech, we've had what was done. But what we want to do.
He keeps on saying the government don't have any plan.
They don't. He said, and I don't blame him.
No.
I want Mr. Damfa. I want Mr. Damfa to excuse
let him
himself.
respect that one.
No, wait.
Let him
I want him to excuse himself.
If you want to,
you give him flow.
You keep saying the government has no plan in place post COVID-19.
Yes.
And Mr.
No, I'm just asking. I will allow him to
let me come.
I'm advising him.
No,
he said here.
You can do the advice later.
In his statement, he said here, he didn't even read this.
You can do the advice later.
Listen to the president.
give you the chance to do the advice.
Okay.
No. Advising he can do later.
Very
But
well.
you wanted to comment, but
This
I
time
also...
I don't follow the speech directly, but I read it
Okay.
after the speech.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
So what I want to emphasize, maybe Nyauru is not informed. 2, he is not following. 3, he want to put the boost, the boost. He want to keep on putting the boost. Problem bi mooy yow da nga gis dëkk bi nga gis what is happening but da nga blindfold sa boppa bëgguloo koo gis.
Because mu ne government bi
ma ne
plan.
ma explain something lu indi supplementary bill bi supplementary appropriation bill bi lu ko indi ñaata allocation lañ categorically spell out for tourism development and hotels ñaata amount lañ spell out ñaaral bi ñu ne next month la ñoo ubbi tourist season balaa next month suñ soobee yàlla mbaay danañ ubbi hôtel yi danañ ubbi restaurants yi danañ ubbi IMS yi ak gym centers yi every danañ ubbi
balaa next month.
balaa tourist season bi commencé yëpp danañ ubbi because government are planning are also putting in place some tangible policies and programme boo xam ne dana mën a gay because ñi ñoo dee yóbbu tourism.
So the government does have a plan.
It does have a plan. It be a robust plan.
No.
Maybe you don't. That's what I'm saying. That's why they said they have to bail out hotel industry.
Okay, talking
hotel
about
industry
hotels.
bi dañ ñëw. Business government bi.
Let's take
pour
this
bail it
caller.
out.
Let's take this
Then
caller.
you come out, you
And
come to
I'll
me
come back to
because
you. I assure you.
have-
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes. Where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Russia.
Bismillah. Welcome to the program, sir.
Yes, so I'm a medical personnel, so I just wanted to add a little to the debate on the face mask thing that the president didn't wear.
Yes.
Yes, so the point is, if the president didn't wear the face mask, the question is whether it's right or wrong. So the WHO guideline is very, very clear that if the person is within an environment where he could social distance, he does not necessarily have to wear a face mask. Meaning, if at least the next person standing next to the president is about 1.5 meters away from him, then the president could be excused. I mean, if he wore a mask, that is okay, but he can go without a mask. And this is a WHO recommendation. So I think the first about it is just because there is probably general lack of knowledge on the use and when not to use face mask.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, so in addition to that, I'd just like to do another observation. I have seen a few people at the National Assembly wearing face shields instead of masks. They need to be educated. Face shields are not the recommended things to be worn. It's a face mask.
Thank
So
you.
if you only wear a face shield without a mask, that doesn't do the job. So
Thank
that
you.
also needs to be understood.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We are very appreciative for that wonderful contribution. Mr. Damfa?
waaw soo gisee ne moo xam because tourism bi government bi balaa ñoo plan pour ubbi tourism season dañ am plan yoo xam ne first and foremost safety of the arrivals safety of the citizens ñoo xam ne ñooy liggéey te bail out bi package bi is about the hotels and industry restaurants and gymnastic centers $50 bi ngay gis ne non formal sector la ak formal sector ñoo xam ne liggéeykat lañ hôtel bi ubbi ngut ñun la demal toog 6 mois yaa ngee toog hôtel yi dañ pare woon ñàkk a fay gars yi waaye they compel on them to pay them waaye am nga yéen am nañ ne seen fay bi du bari dañ dee rely on something dañ dee am foofu noonu si suñ demee liggéey loolu bu daa government indi ak jaaykat yi yoo xam ne yaa ngi jaay sa fuy fii season bi amut am lu mënuloo koo jaay mun nga koo yóbbu feneen nga jaay ko waaye fii mënuloo koo jaay ñoom ñooy close to 6,000 people ñoom la ñu indi xaalis boobu noonu pour seedoo
$50
ku nekk
each.
$50 waaye nekkul ne ñoo own hotel ñoom bokkuñ ci ñoo xool restaurants yi ñu am gym center bokkuñ ñoom 100 million bi seen package bi because ñoom they are all part of hotel association understand nga they are all part of the industry ñoom 100 million bi ñoo bindaan later ne government pour bail leen out.
Okay.
So ñu government loolu moo tax mu get 100 million for them at least.
Excuse me,
mun ta pay seen soxla yëpp waaye at least it's a starter for them.
Okay, let's take another caller. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Hi. How are you guys doing?
Wonderfully well. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, no, I reserve my name. I'm calling from England.
No problem. Welcome.
Yeah. What I want to contribute is about this president not wearing face masks or not.
Okay.
Because we all know where the president was sitting. Like one of the previous callers says that like the WHO's I don't know rules or anything on face masks like 2 meter distance. You understand? But you know why people are complaining the president should be an example to people. There are a lot of people outside watching TV, national and international. You understand?
Yeah.
That's why people complain about it. Because if the president, and this is not the first time, he did it in the funeral of the Biri Biri. You understand? Peter Gomez said to him, if I can, you will wear the face mask. And he didn't. You understand? And even today, he didn't. Even he don't wear it, he should say, oh, I'm sorry, this and this. I'm sorry, I should wear it, but because of this and this. You understand? Oh, they should have communicated that to the National Assembly. The president is coming, but the speech is going to be too long, and he can't wear the face mask.
So you think the president should be an example?
But he should be a role model. He's a role model, you understand? So he should set a good example to people.
Thank you very much.
Today, how many...
Thank you. I think he made a fair point. Bala ma mu daaneel rek su paree ñu continuer wala pare nga loolu wax.
No.
Moom mu ngi si 100 million bi la nekkoon.
No.
100 million bu ñu war a jox li fi nii.
Non, parewuma.
Hotel association bi.
Parewuma xam nga ne kii laal na bunte yu bari loo xam ne dama ci war a leeral.
loolu yëpp si planning government.
d'accord na ne. Alhamdulillah kii d'accord na ne.
ma ne
at least government spend 1 million US dollar to the relief package.
No.
boo xam ne
I mean, this is the plan for post-COVID, 100 million bini.
For the hotel industry.
For the hotel, post-COVID.
For post-COVID, yes.
Why the president didn't mention that?
For the hotel. But they mentioned that one since earlier. You know, I'm going to it's not going to be duplicating. Boo xam ne gis nga even 700 million boo xam ne is a relief, food relief package. Mention ko.
He mentioned it.
No. Bon, I'm going to lan la ko waxee.
He did mention it.
Mu ne National Disaster Management Agency. They were doing good job distributing food relief to people. But you don't say that we, as government, we catered 700 million to buy this and this, and he did not mention like that. What he said is that he concurred or he's thanking the National Disaster Management Agency for distributing food stuff, food item, food relief packages to the public. He concurred with them. He pampered them with that.
Okay, so
but he did not say that like 500 million that we first came with 500 million to render the emergency support for the medicine.
So what's the plan for post-COVID?
Yes.
What's the government's plan for post-COVID?
The plan for post-COVID is cross-cutting all sectors. I just spelled it out here the tourism sectors one. That is 100 million.
Can I interject?
When you come to
the speech, can I interject?
No. Let him finish. Let him finish, please.
We are in a forum, my friend.
No.
Responsible journalism. He said.
Wait. No, don't tell me how to do my job.
I'm not telling
let him finish, and I'll come to you.
I said, let me interject.
No, I said, I'll come back to you. You can call me a dictator like you always do. Please continue.
No, he's not dictator. Good. Now, the government is about a lot of sectors. One look tourism sector be. The plan allocate 100 million. Put at least, because guys demand, barina. Wow, why you can take this as a start. When it comes to the business entity, in collaboration with the Business Council, National Business Council and GCCI, they are directly affected and their business entities. Government will come and
and this is all for post-COVID, huh?
What post-COVID?
Okay.
To them.
Okay.
So the guys say bail out package didn't pay.
Okay.
All this fee, GIA, and other agencies, 50 million. Like to GIA.
Para ma jël call bi su paree ma ñëw si Mr. Koma. Hello caller.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Your name and where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Bakote.
From Bakote. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. I want to contribute on the post-COVID plans.
Sure.
What Eza is talking about, I see him as clueless as the president. Because what he is talking is entirely just less than 20,000 people of this population. He's talking about only hotels. What do they have for the poor masses of this country? Nothing, absolutely. They have no plan, and even within the government setup, what are the plans to regain what we've lost in terms of our GDP? They have nothing, absolutely. They have no plan. Eza is just talking cluelessly as the president.
Okay, thank you.
I
Thank you.
also don't want to comment on the Facebook, but he's a leader. He's an example to the population. He should lead by example. This is not the first time. If at all it was the first time, one can understand. Look at what happened to Biribiri's burial. What happened at the Biribiri's burial? Just less than 10 minutes of this speech, he doesn't want to put on the marks. Is he a good leader or is he a good example to the population? No.
Okay, thank you very much. Dégg nañ ko waaye dinaa ñaax tamit kuy call képp kuy call soo callee tamit xam nga dimbale ñu rek pour ñu gën a jox programme bi value ñu bàyyi xel si yéen ci kàddu yi waaye ku nekk tamit everybody is entitled to their own opinions.
If I can just quickly say something, I'm not saying, we are talking about tourism sector. We are not saying holistically.
It was a particular
It's a
aspect.
particular person. I'm just coming on like a GIA and other entities. It's not about that. What we have holistically. But you asked me about the tourism sector. That's why I said the package is this.
Okay.
Can I have Melach time now? Can I have Melach
God.
time? I want to tell Mr. Damfa, he is speaking more president than Barrow. I'm saying this and I'm repeating it again because what he's saying here has not been said by Barrow. And if it was in the past, he would have repeated it because all what was done by Barrow in the past, he repeated everything today during his speech. I'm looking at the tourism sector here that Barrow said today in his speech. There's nothing like a package for post-COVID. Mr. Damfa, I think we have to understand one thing here. I'm not telling you the government, the plans they have for infrastructure development, what they intend to do when it comes to infrastructure and tourism. Every year, every sector of the government has their budget. They have their plans that they set aside. That is not post-COVID-19 plan.
You're talking about post-COVID in particular.
You're talking about specific post-COVID-19 plan for the tourism sector.
Yeah, but he said 100 million.
He said in his speech, there are certain constructions of the bridges and roads, but he has not even divulged in much more into that issue, that they are on hold because of COVID-19, that the time frame for the completion of those projects will come, instead of December 2020, it will come 2021. That is what we can understand. And that one has to do with timeline. Because those plans were in progress before COVID. The budget was allocated before COVID. We're not talking about what is allocated for the tourism sector before COVID. During the COVID and after COVID, what is the government's plan for the tourism sector? Wait, you're talking about these inn owners. Given the tourism council or the tourism association or hotel association, does that entail everybody in the inn? The inns are not part of the hotel association. You have to be a registered member of that association to be able to get access to even their discussion or what they have in store for the hotels. So what about those businesses that have in personal businesses, private ones, that are not affiliated with that particular association? Are they not entitled to have a stimulus package? The government, let's be realistic here, they don't have one. I said, I want to remind him, in his speech, under the vice president's office, because that is where, and finance, he talked about the relief package, the $500 million they started with, and the subsequent amounts that where I have it here in his speech. I will quote, we have nice things in science and technology now. Things are not, I will just say what.
Just as briefly as possible.
I'm coming as brief as you want. I read from the president's speech. You come to finance and economy. Madam Speaker, The Gambia has been experiencing a slowdown of economic growth due to the reduction of economic activities as a direct result of COVID-19 pandemic. An initial analysis shows that the GDP growth rate this year could decline from 6% to 2%.
Those are predictions, right?
Yeah, they are predictions. That's why I say they are not outline things. They are not static and they are not analytical. That we have this could ambiguous.
Okay. No.
The decline in import volumes and economic activities will be correspondingly leading to shortfalls in the import duties and other tax revenues. Based on the current situation, an estimated 20% of expected revenue will be lost. The total estimated physical impact from the decline in import duties and on the tax revenue is $2,300,000 million.
So I
2.3. That is 2.4% of the GDP. The Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, MOFIA, projects that the fiscal deficit will widen from 1.5 of GDP to 2.1% of the GDP. Let me come. These decisions were taken to set aside $500 million as emergency fund to cater for prevention, containment, and response to the pandemic. Certain budget line expenditures have been reallocated from the Ministry of Health for COVID-19 related expenditure. He said it. Wait, no.
Wait,
No, you will not analyze it because I wanted to interject.
I would like to ask a question. Mr. Koma, ñun ñi ngay dem angale nañ delu olof ak mandinka. Yaa ngi suma la understand bu baax dafa melni ci sa gis-gis government bi xamuñ like economic impact COVID-19 ba ban la war a andi si dëkk.
loolu laa la wax luñ ci wax yëpp expected revenue.
loolu mooy sa xalaat yow
xam nga projected revenue, expected revenue and expected deficit. We're not talking about that. The government has systems. They have departments that have indicators. Over the past 7 or 8 months of COVID, they should be able to tell us the actual figure of the deficit compared to the projected revenue in the 6 months. When you come to address a nation, you don't talk about things that are not coming yet. You talk to us and tell us things that we need to know from January to date, or from March when this COVID came to this country, from March to September. You have the figures.
Okay, you want to shed light?
No, wait, I'm coming. I've not yet landed where I want to go.
Okay, make it brief.
I wanted to interject here. He is saying the president didn't talk about that. I said he is always talking about past glory or whatever has been in the past. That is not even his making. Because this is a budget activity that was done by the Minister of Finance through environment. It brought a lot of noise at the National Assembly that it's not done in the proper way. Even the procurement is bogus, it is not efficient, it's not clear, and it's corrupt to the core.
Okay,
I'm coming there.
No.
Secondly,
I'm being informed that we are out of time.
From March,
March,
the Revenue Authority in DRA, they know how much money they collected. They will be able to tell you why everything is expected revenue, expected deficit.
Let him shed light on that. Let him shed light on that. I think that's what he's trying to do.
That we are discussing, he is deviating.
I'm not.
He really deviated. What we are saying, we are not saying that the president did not make mention in his speech the first package that he disbursed. That's 500 million. That earmarked for procurement of the medical items and other equipments to combat this pandemic. Okay? But what I'm saying is the relief package for food items that was distributed to people. He never mentioned that one in his speech. It's not there. He was arguing that it was there. And he got everything he cannot see. And the finance terms, projections is finance terms. Anywhere, even central bank, if they are doing their quarterly analysis, they will project. It's projected this and this and this and this. Finance is not like empirical or scientific something. You can speak terms because it's fluctuating. Finance is not something that you can concretely say. That's a fluctuation.
Okay.
Understand? So this is the case. Key Madam explain more. There's a relief packages for all the businesses. President made mention here. He made it. When the business council, they are working hand in glove with the government and in collaboration with the GCCI to make SONA to cater and to project post-COVID relief packages for their sector, for business sector.
That's on the pipeline.
That is on the pipeline.
Okay.
But when it comes to tourism and other areas like aviation side, aviation area, they are allocated. Tourism, they are allocated, and even bailing out of local government authorities.
No.
Look, let me give you.
You're gonna punch me
the
off.
local government authorities, like the mayors and the chairmen, the government allocated a bailout for them.
Where?
Not according to Rafik Malik.
No, where?
No.
They have no.
What I'm saying.
Brother, don't speak.
Go to no.
They don't have.
My phone is not here.
They don't have.
If it is here,
No,
I'll show it to
wait,
you.
please.
Let me just give it to you.
They don't have.
When the breakdown of 2.8, there was a supplementary budget that was presented to the parliament. That was 2.8 million, was approved. Can you give me the breakdown of that? That's what I say. This man is not following. If you follow the breakdown of that budget, that money, you will. It is clearly spelled out everything. How many of these councils that cannot pay their staff? They have an arrears. They ask government to bail them out.
Which council is
From that money, the government allocates all the councils.
No.
Okay.
All the councils.
Wait.
I have it. I have the evidence.
Mr. Rafa.
Give me my phone. Let me show you.
No. We are not giving anybody anything. No,
It's very
I
simple.
want to clear one thing
it's
here.
like we only have 30
You
seconds
follow
left.
the parliament procedure.
We only have
It's
30
there.
seconds
Okay,
left.
now
We
what I
only
want
have
to make
30
clear here.
seconds
No,
left.
what I want to make clear here.
Now,
wait.
Mr. Damfa is saying things that have been said in the National Assembly everywhere.
Good.
We are not denying that you're talking about these monies.
Good.
The monies are not getting to where it is targeted. That is the problem.
No.
Where is the money going?
No.
The students.
No.
I started with this. You don't allow me, and I will say this.
Allocation was done. You know
What
what
allocation?
happened? Budget. When the budget is approved.
When you allocate, you don't give you.
Budget is like
corruption.
So you think
when they
there
are
is
late-
something fishy, yeah?
No.
The students here will
Okay.
give you this breakdown.
Let me come.
If you have a camera,
You have to-
I want to zoom this.
you have to understand.
So the whole
It's only projections. Like budget is about only papers, figures.
No, let's see the students
Figures.
first and then we close.
Let me tell you, just figures.
Yes.
And now, when it is approved, like you are estimating, I want supplementary budget for this and this and this and this. It does not mean that you still have money at the bank. But now, you have the approval from the parliament. You're going to seek money. If you have money, you start disposing.
Can you zoom this?
Okay,
By
no,
then
you can
already
just
have-
you can just
by-
go on. You can
by
just go
then,
on.
You already have the authority. Read it out.
Mr. No.
Let us
Come on.
hear.
No.
I will
Read
say,
it out.
this comes from the. Listen, this is serious issue. Sir, this is no politics. This is a
Read it
narrative.
out. Read
This
it
is a
out.
narrative that you cannot deny. The Confederation of Gambian Student Unions Abroad. It is a body recognized by the.
And you are telling me this. So then somebody, even I can sit down and write and say
Yes,
that. You know what happened?
Yes, sir.
You will not rely on this source.
I
You
will
are
never
not-
rely.
Yes, so you are not
It's
serious.
from
Okay,
his side.
okay.
Yes, so you are not
From his
serious.
side.
Okay,
You are
okay.
not
What I
serious.
heard from the ministry.
You are not serious.
Communication officer
Yeah.
said, and they made it very clear in
Is
a
it
press
secrecy,
conference.
sir?
Yes, in a press conference that there is some people who don't receive their first package. It's twofold. They cannot give out. That's what, as I said. If the government said they allocated 29 million to this package, yes, it's approved at the parliament level. Now the money is going. They're going to seek, to make sure the money is available. Now when they have 12 million, that 12 million, they're going to distribute it to people who can have it. Maybe if you don't have it in the first round, second round you'll have it.
Okay.
Yes, sir. This is
People who have it,
Let's
you cannot deny that there's no one who get it. You cannot deny it.
Let's be realistic.
I am very much realistic.
Okay, Mr.
Except
Damfa,
There's nobody
Mr.
here who
Damfa,
is clueless. Wait.
Mr. Damfa.
This is from the minister.
Okay, just read it and
I
we'll
will read.
conclude. We'll close.
Then I will read. Similarly, the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, in collaboration with the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, is pleased to announce a 29.1 million student relief package for Gambian students abroad. 12,950,880 has been allocated to benefit for 836 non-government funded students, while the 16.2 million will go to the government funded scholarship package.
Good.
You heard what I'm saying. We're talking about things that have been disposed as early as March, April,
Good.
when they went to the National Assembly. And from the horse's mouth, the Minister of Finance stood in front of the National Assembly to say those monies went. Not 2 days after, we had
Students.
students complaining they don't receive. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs said as of that day, they've not got any money from finance. Why should the finance minister stand in front of the August Assembly and tell things to Gambia that is not true? Because he said it went.
Okay.
And now, what I'm telling you, as of yesterday, I'm not saying as of today, yesterday, Many Gambian students in Morocco alone, only one student, 197 students in Morocco alone, only one student got his stipend or his allowance of $300. Out of the students they even pay there, I don't know why they cut some of the students. The students who are paid in Indonesia, everybody is taking $30 is taken out of the money that should go to them. Instead of 300, they're getting 270. Why? Okay. They called the embassy, they called the ministry, and they wrote, this letter was written to the ministry. They didn't reply. They wrote to the Minister of Finance.
We even did a story on that. But what I'm trying to...
You made a story on that?
Yes, we made
They cannot defend it. You know what is the problem? This government is not serious.
Okay.
When people allege you of doing financial
Mr. Rafa, because I'm
you
being
come
informed...
with tangible evidence. Those people will bring out tangible evidences that we've written to you, we've called you, you've not answered. And we've called the embassies. Who are the representatives of the governments? Outside there is the embassies and the ambassadors. When you call them, they tell you, all right, this money came, but it's not enough, it's only for these people. Why? And they said that will be, because they cater. Before they disburse the money, they look at 836 non-government sponsored students, and it's even in package.
So the Ministry of Finance is...
They are playing
they're contradicting themselves.
Where is the money going to?
Look, let him be serious, let him be sincere enough. You know, this is pandemic. You bet for yourself your trip to anywhere in the world for studying. By then that we are going, you never registered to the government. Government never know about that you are there.
Yes, are you serious?
Huh? Okay. Now when these things come,
are you serious?
They are trying to collect the data. The first data that they have.
So Gambia have no right to get from this.
No, you know he's not listening. So this is what has happened. And now the government said the 12 million is disbursed.
Very disbursed.
Already.
If it is disbursed and they have the money, he even said that. So people got their money. If the remaining one did not have, if the remaining one did not have their packages, it doesn't mean that they will not have.
When are they having?
What we have at hand, that's what we disburse.
No.
But the remaining one also, they will have their package.
The 29
as far as the money is disbursed, they will all have their package. You cannot say that. You cannot say because of all of them did not have, nothing is not happening. Hey, we all know what is happening. Gambia,
but what about the people that received $270 instead of $300?
They need clarification.
From who?
But who give it to them?
They are not clarifying.
They need clarification. That should be their own, their responsibility or something like that. Yes, they need clarification. You will be allocated this amount. Aaron Barrow is an individual. He cannot, divide himself to 1,000 places. There's an element in the government. They are corrupt. They are the one food dragging this government. They don't want any. Very corrupt. We fire them or we start them. They say it's politically.
No, there
are government officials that are corrupt.
I thank you for alluding to that.
So yes, if you should give somebody, you should give somebody 300.
I thank you.
And now you cut it to 275. Where is the $30?
So you're saying that's pure corruption?
Who's not do that one without any clarification? Then you are corrupt.
They are Barrow appointed.
You are corrupt.
Okay.
Wait, this is very fun.
That is Gambian nature.
Now,
Barrow cannot be everywhere.
No, now.
He cannot be everywhere. If we give you responsibility, we expect you to deliver to the maximum. But food dragging, politically motivated. When we sack them or we reply, they say, you sack them or because of politics. And you are food dragging the government. You never any success to come from this government. It will never happen.
I thank God for this statement. I thank God I'm vindicated, and every other Gambian citizen who is suspected.
You will remain vindicated as far as you people are the one getting for us.
What do you mean, you people? Yes. They people?
They people.
Who?
UDP.
Now, UDP.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm asking you, Ablai, to be honest enough. When was the last time you have a UDP member in his cabinet? It's more before the pandemic.
That's what I'm saying.
They
are the one who have been saying that Barrow is our Barrow.
No.
It's like Moses. They never say anything corrupt.
No.
Anything bad about Barrow. By then they were leaking.
No, wait.
When it was cut, they start shouting, making noise, disturbing everywhere.
When he is done,
and people you cannot blindfold people.
When he is done,
his party leader was the one who appointed many of these representatives in Abro.
And they're still holding their positions.
They are all back.
They
are all back.
It's contract based.
My friend.
Some of them contracts
you are contradicting yourself.
Some of them are
I'm disappointed. You are contradicting yourself.
So UDP is behind the government's failure in some aspects.
They cannot make us fail.
But
I'm saying, if there's somebody who is corrupt or cutting people's money without proper explanation, then which kind of person are they? Are they holding brief for his party? Okay. To food drag and to make me ignite anger on people? Against the government?
Okay, what he's trying to say...
He's done now. Can I come?
Yes.
I am vindicated in the sense that this gentleman here, Asa, cannot point fingers at the UDP.
He
I
did.
can.
He did already.
No, wait.
I can point finger.
Me, I left you to
I
say
can
what.
point-
No, please go on.
Let him go. If he's done, let him.
No,
tell
he's saying
I'm
your party.
talking, I am saying
your party.
why he can't do that. When was the last time that you have a UDP minister? I think the bus driver.
Is it the minister is the only person occupying position?
You come.
You can't be a Kano, you can't be a Kivan, you are a UDP, you are food dragging.
I will come.
You can be.
okay,
You
Mr.
don't
Dafa,
want to be a minister.
Dafa.
You're not going to food
Dafa,
dragging.
Okay, wait. Let's take the caller. Let's calm down a little and come
Let
back
me
to. No,
come.
let's take this caller,
Okay,
please.
take the caller
You
and
can,
come back.
you can have some water.
Nah,
Hello, caller.
Take some water.
Hello.
No, me, I'm okay.
Yes. Good evening, sir.
Apply.
Yes.
Apply Nimbara.
In Imbara.
Yo, Baringo.
Huh?
Esa yala member caring.
Abe mo ka?
In the social media jama. You understand? Talo esa nyulundi am told nyulu they have to be honest to President Barrow. Because ya jende ma mera Barrow fon kalo menga ke banda. So nyulu kana le ka pool for Barrow e me al go mantra kiri no hon kala mantra kirin. But because nim Barrow ya te kira da fona sono be men kala be rol jam fan la balale wala ne ka fake mul fu muli. Nyulte mul fake mul sai mo be alo ne membe kirin dunia kono. You understand? Men katama state house janni bafla 30 minutes for kalo mul yalo membe kirin je. And bita mol fake no la ni flis figo limine do fala mol je UDP mantra ni mantra kunda UDP wala masa kunda kono tangi jelu. You understand? So bita mine je maji because ni kamfa wala ka tre bale to liamer anything do bla UDP la sabu. You understand? Ni ensale fawlo alla program o jako security reform ni aja mantano dabo na vice president wol tumbelo dum foronga wala na mantano munan na sama ge dabo bon masa kunda almost 2 years time. Munan na man compre munan na baro economic year 2020 of time dabo na vice president.
Okay.
You understand? Yala nyulbe membulala itol UDP campaign yo man si follow ye fata UDP la. You understand? UDP will be la call kan bari ma nyila ba kam fa because na man UDP kuma fata kontan na je because amala be mem fala sai ay na kam fa jindi UDP kam.
Okay,
Alta mol seldi no e sadol si falde be baro mal ba batan dikal be gambia batan dika alta mol la nyeko nyew bi ka sanno teta fu baro e sama baro nyew bi ka sanno gambia no be kumbole bi ka nyew sanno.
Mbari
teta fu baro e sama wolbe mol nafa lol banko diun nafa da.
Haketu ngeni ka.
So de namna si jebe kumul fala mole ko me alon ko manke toñadi.
Yes, state of the nation address je nyame. Ya je nyadi. President Barrow la speech. Dafa melni
Abla. Man dama wax ne I will come here and I will be proud. UDP ministers and the vice president that they called that was stalling their progress. Nearly 2 years ñu nekkuñ ci government. UDP accredited ñu wax ne ñooñu UDP la ñu jël leen as ambassadors, as consular officers, as protocol officers, three côté bi yëpp daaxal leen ñu ngi toog. You cannot mention the countries I'm talking about. You want to tell me in Morocco you have a UDP guy as an ambassador there? Or Ukraine or Russia? Russia. You want to tell me you have a person who was very close to Barrow. He is in Russia now. They should ask those people. Hamga, failure government be amnako. You cannot put that on the UDP. Let me tell you something. When the government was starting in 2016, yen Lubah Gambia UDP la. Because yen everybody know the NDP now. You don't talk about it.
Yen
nyom because legi daf ko def political.
I told you you always bring out the politician in you.
Political. Bima ñëwé fi president bi lum dé wax la dé wax té man lima wax ni even you take me to Supreme Court, I have evidence because ñi suñu binda they write to the media, copy it to the ministries. The Gambia students abroad, their union, they have talking to, and the only people they talk to is the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Foreign Affairs because ñooy seen liaison officers.
Okay, nañ déglu
léegi suñu waxee ñooñu noonu man li ma wax nii nekkuma ni mbébét. nekkuma di allé.
bala ma delluwaat dinaa delluwaat si yow
29.1 soo koy définir jox ko ñu ngi ko war a jox.
waaw dinaa ñëwaat si yow comment kulal dinaa ñëwaat si yow.
ñu
ñu jël call bi hello salaamaaleykum hello caller.
UDP kay.
Good evening sir, how are you?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. Your name and where you calling us from?
Pardon?
Your name and where you calling us from?
Yeah, I just want to contribute on the program.
Okay, would you please help with the name?
I'm not getting you. The network is not clear.
Okay, go on, please.
I don't know what about the name.
I
just want to contribute.
Okay, go on, please.
Okay, it's about the speech the president gave today.
Okay.
At the National Assembly. The speech is encouraging.
It doesn't look encouraging.
Yeah, it's something encouraging for the Gambian people. But the issue is it exactly what he said is what they are working with. That's the problem.
Okay, thank you. That call was very short.
Esa, don't hijack this. You were talking, I accepted whatever you said. Yo, Denny.
No, come on. We give each other.
I'm landing.
We give each other the chance so we can understand each other. Yeah.
Call me Mota. I'll
come to you. I'll come to you.
There is no UDP guy in your foreign system as an ambassador or a protocol.
You agree?
There is none UDP. All the people who are UDP, their contract, he said, is contractual agreement, yes, and obligation. They should be renewed. They didn't renew. That's known to them. Now, this issue, you should not mention them because COVID has found all of them here. The ministers, you cannot blame us because nearly 2 years, there is no UDP minister in that cabinet. So you want to tell me the development that are stalling, all the mishaps, all the mismanagement, the misappropriation and the corruption scandals and the blame game, you can put that on people who are not in your cabinet? You want to tell me that which type of leadership will do that? If Barrow is failing, let him fail with his government and his cabinet.
Okay, let's see. Let's hear the opinion of the caller holding. Hello, caller.
UDP. What UDP in this issue?
Hello, caller. maa ngi sant yàlla bu baax tur bi fa ñoo callee.
maa ngi callee Bundung.
Bundung dalal nañ la.
waaw Bundung waaw Serekunda waaw.
ok bismillah.
waaw.
waaw go on.
waaw naa def.
jaama rek sant yàlla bu baax a baax loo bëggoon a contribute.
waaw. waaw maa ngi callee Bundung.
waaw ñu laa dégg bu baax a baax.
ok man lu ma bëgg a wax rek lu ndaw la. wax leen dafa ne ñoom ñu ngi nax Barrow ñu ngi nax dëkk bi.
waa ñu laa dégg.
so.
ñu jégalu it seems affaire yi nekkul di leer bu baax a baax.
The point is, what I was saying here, I was not saying that UDP guys are in the cabinet. It's very clear. First and foremost, who saw this student's name? We will give a relief package there. They were not expecting it. Are they expecting? It comes out of good political goodwill.
It's not political goodwill.
You see, he's interjecting.
No, wait.
I don't want him to say that. That is not political patronage. It's their right as citizens of this country.
Please let him finish. Please let.
You see, that's why he always do to. No, listen. I'm not. Look, I'm saying.
You don't have goodwill.
It came out of goodwill.
No goodwill.
Okay, because we've seen that. Okay, this is pandemic. It affects everybody here and there. If you should give a relief package to our citizens at home, why not abroad? Now we have to coordinate. It's a very rough thing. They coordinated. Now they compiled the numbers. Okay.
Can we take the last caller and come back? Excuse me. Hello, caller.
Wow, man ma kolon mu dog luma do wax moy very simple. The fact of the matter is, you ngeen na Barrow in a sense, Barrow is not in touch with the fact on the ground. Reality be on ground, te speech Barrow bi deglu nako Barrow, he is totally lost. Mom dafa real total ma parce que ñu nekk ci boram. Ñoo ko nekk di reelam gis nga kii lu moo wax ne UDP man mun naa ko wax ne di time bu UDP nekkoon ci nguur gi 2016 ba 2017 ba 18 si la Gambia am lu mu war a am yëpp ci biti si la am lu mu war a am yëpp ci biir bu mu génnee gaay UDP rek Barrow commencé na di am problème right now Barrow du mun a concentré Barrow du mun a def dara because politique moo ko ir nekkul di gis nga ñi di wan nii ñoom esa yi seen dara soriwut ñi buñ di stop nit ñi nañ bàyyi di nax nit ñi nit ñi dañ soona ci dëkk bi fu mu nekk nii nit ñi saaku maalo problème la
bi mooy suñ last call bi so dama leen a bàyyi rek ku nekk waaw
am nga then I cannot duma ko tontu si loolu waaye what I'm saying is very clear.
Just briefly, please.
Key a very students it comes out of goodwill. Understand nga? Legi fekkee ne gars yi dañ compile amount bi ñu ne it's 29 point something million. Waaye government bi they disbursed 12 million. Ñoo xam ne ñoo jega am.
They didn't disburse that.
They disbursed it.
No, they disbursed the whole amount.
He even concorded.
No, I didn't concord.
You am 270.
I didn't concord.
From where?
I didn't concord.
From which source?
You fail to understand.
No. They disbursed some or all of it.
No,
they
cannot
disbursed
contradict.
all. But
No.
it's in two folds. The other one is for the government-sponsored student. The 12 million is for the non-government-sponsored.
And everything has been distributed.
My friend.
What I'm saying.
What I'm saying.
Okay.
He cannot contradict himself.
I didn't
He
contradict.
said,
Okay.
The archives, can you please repeat it?
No. Before repetition.
No, wait.
Before repetition.
No.
Before repetition.
We have an archive here. Can they repeat what I said when I was saying?
Okay, we
archives, can you please
exhausted
come
time.
okay,
Mr. Koma.
I'm going to speak my last word.
No, wait. I'll give you 20 seconds to give your final words.
Di gërëm suñ kolas yi fu ñu mënta nekk di leen jaajëfal ay Africa TV kontaan naa si programme bi bu baax di nuyu suma naataangoo ñaawul Koma ba beneen yoon incha allah jërëjëf.
Under 20 seconds please.
No, me not under 20.
No, dimbale ma rek because time bi dafa jeex. Time bi dafa jeex jégal ma rek.
man li ma bëgg a wax fii yëpp mënu ma koo wax. So li ma wax mooy ne balaa maa tàggoo ak yéen dinaa leen wax ne leneen loo xam ne dafa gën a important si Gambia fii loo xam ne si baro bi si living bi waxut ko mooy our security concern. That the Gambian security is still in the hands of Senegalese soldiers and all what is going around, it will create animosity. And animosity is the father and the mother invention of all upheavals.
We will have a continuation.
We have a continuation on that. More one, Gambian soldiers, the minimum they get, more a private soldier gets home with less than $30 a month. That is disheartening. Mange nuyu yem ngeen xam lolu mo nekk ci Gambia 800 million la ñoo jox économique ak Sénégalais soldat ñun suñ soldat yi $30.
Non.
Ma ngi sant ñep.
Caméra jox ma.
Ma ngi gërëm ñep.
Mutal ma seen
mic bokala. Seen bokala ñaawul ko.
Technicien ni ma le ma nga mutal ma ñem ñaar seen mic rek please. Su paré mbokay waxtaan bi neex na trop. Enjoy naa ko bu baax a baax ba pare tamit dinañ am continuation la moo nekk ëllëg tamit same time dinañ fi ñëwaat dinañ am yeneen guest dinañ waxtaanee tamit yeneen poko yoo xamante ne nii si speech bi la bokka ak affaire sécurité réew mi ni ki ëllëg 9 o'clock ba jamono bii nii ma jaajëfal bu baax a baax suñ gan yu fi amoon mooy Mr Essa Damfa political aid to président Adama Barrow ak Mr Ñawru Koma ma nekk regional coordinator UDP foofu noonu ca Kanifing Municipal Council naka noonu tamit ñu jaajëfal leen bu baax a baax ñu doon seetaan jégalu ñoo xamante ni ñu ngi doon try pour dugal si téléphone bi mënuñoo dugal jaajëfal leen bu baax a baax tamit ñoom ñu doon call technicien si caméraman yi jërëjëfal leen bu baax a baax ma bamtuwaat ko Eye Africa TV kenn moomuñu kenn jënduñu kenn defuñu si poos askan bi ñooñu fi teg jërë ngeen jëf ba suba